You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. Welcome back to Ride Like a Local. This week we're back in Airdrie for the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway. What an amazing event. We're going to have a blast. I'm being joined right now by Adrian Pruden, who is the event coordinator for the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway. Welcome, Adrian. It was really wonderful being part of your event there this summer.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thank you again for joining us. As always, it's the third year I think you've joined our event, is it not?
It is. It is.
Yes. Always a pleasure to have you come down.
Well, I found that this year was a little bit interesting, a little challenging in some regards because you had so much stuff going on between the FMX jumpers and the whole rodeo thing and then the drag racing and all the motorcycle stuff. It was just like, holy cow, I need to be three people.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely one of the busiest years that we've had in the history of the event. I mean, we had a lot going on. We had Canadian Idol finalist Billy Clifford joined us to kick off the show. We had the winners of the CTV's The Launch perform. We also had the former BC CMA Artist of the Year, Trevor Dennis, join us. We had the Honda Red Riders bringing their 50 and 100cc dirt bikes out for a complete track to put on for the kids. I think it was ages 5 to 12. They hosted over, I think it was close to 150, 200 kids for the entire weekend. 2 full days of drag racing, motorcycles. We had our big sponsors, Tara Energy, Ralph's Motorsports, Cam Clark Ford. We've had, ton to mention, but those are just a snippet. Bull Riders Canada's pro bull riding show, the Wild Cow Milking, Mini Ponies, mutton busting, and then of course having the current Red Bull champion, freestyle motocross champion Billy Cohat jumping across the stage at the event through the course of the weekend was absolutely phenomenal. Put a whole new twist and a shot of adrenaline into the entire event.
It absolutely did. I've interviewed Billy in the past, and getting to interview him at your event where he was so much more relaxed and laid back, and he was in his element with all those kids around him. He was just having an absolute ball.
Every jump he was going over, as soon as he came and circled around back to the track, he's doing wheelies by the fence and high-fiving kids the whole way along. The kids absolutely loved it. And I mean, we had a good crowd of about 1,500 people sitting there cheering him on, and he does some pretty incredible stuff.
Oh,
thus being the world champion right now.
Absolutely, he does. And then, of course, there's Dana Munn and that entire crew from the Didsbury Car Club. My Lord, those people work their hearts out, don't they?
You know what? This event wouldn't be an event. We wouldn't have been able to make this move without the help of Dana and the Didsbury Car Club. There's not enough that I can say about Dana and his team. I mean, they've been a godsend, quite frankly. The reincarnation of this event and the move to the Airdrie Airport never would have happened without them. And Dana's input and assistance, that was pretty well instrumental, first off, in the negotiations with the airport. But to even let us put the event on in the first place. But, what he may not realize, and outside of that, is he kind of inadvertently motivates me more, because there's no quitting that guy. I mean, we're traveling on the same highway together. He loves a challenge and making things happen. And when he comes across an idea that he likes, he's 100% in and, all in and pedal to the metal. And that's kind of the way I like to operate, and the way things have gravitated and really pushed this event to be what it is today.
Exactly. And, you've got a huge team of volunteers. You have lots of charities that you support and help. And it really does take a village to host an event, doesn't it?
Again, like everything we do as Airdrie Oilmens is done 100% through sponsorship. And we've had some phenomenal partners since the beginning of this event, the beginning of other events that we do as well. And, we've always had Tara Energy, Martin Sheridan, that owns that company, has really, over the years, kept this event going individually. We've had, a number of smaller size sponsors, but really, especially through the recession, having Tara's assistance, they've really kept the event alive. We've had new sponsors come. We've had Tech Seal International came on this year as a major sponsor for us. They've also supported us through various events, including our Carnivore Night golf tournament and our white collar boxing event. Cam Clark Ford, they really stepped up a notch this year. They provided us with 3 trucks for the event, one completely wrapped with the event logos on it. You can see those on our website. They did a beautiful job of that. We were able to drive that vehicle around to promote the event for a week and a half prior to it even starting. So, having a traveling billboard with your event dates and the website and all that information, as well as promoting Cam Clark at the same time, that's we can't thank them enough for their participation.
Lacombe, Alberta, runner-up community in Canada's most rider-friendly community contest. Situated just off Highway 2, the city of Lacombe provides access to hundreds of kilometers of secondary highway riding, making it a natural stop when touring through central Alberta. From June to August, Wednesdays are filled with music, food, and fun at the Lacombe Memorial Centre for Music in the Park. Lacombe, Alberta, in the heart of it all. RiderFriendly.com combines a social business directory with content marketing. Create coupons, special offers, and events, and let us promote them for you. RiderFriendly.com, helping riders find rider-friendly businesses.
I want to just stick a little bit with our sponsors too, because we had Tubular Optimization, Streamflow, Airdrie Honda, Guns and Hoses Roofing, Piston Well, House of Cars, and then longtime partners and in-kind donors as well, such as Avita, Cleantech, Sunbelt Rentals, Western Generator. We had 3 RVs provided to us this year by Arcan RV.
Yeah.
And then, our staples and main sponsors like All Fits Auto, Pentagon Freight, Husky Energy, BJ, Step Energy, Craytex, PF Collins. The list goes on. So, again, we're talking not a cheap event to put on.
No.
It takes a lot. It takes over 100 volunteers to achieve this, and literally about a year's worth of work and chasing sponsors and then organizing everything after that. So, I really want to send a heartfelt thank you to all of those sponsors, all of those volunteers, not to mention our own AOA team. There's a ton of them. This event doesn't happen without them, and the charities that we support. Again, Community Links, ADVAS, and the Food Bank in Airdrie. They provide us with bodies to provide us assistance with admission, with drink tickets, basically anywhere we need their support throughout the event. And that could be lending a hand here, picking up garbage, or just running tickets back and forth, or helping out stocking bars. It's a small army of people over the course of 3 days, and all are coordinated through the volunteer teams, and that takes that burden off of our hands, which really helps us all out.
Absolutely it does. And you look at how many people come to that event, and the looks on their faces when they first walk in and start really grasping the magnitude. We're looking at how many freaking acres do you cover?
Oh, God. Well, the beer garden alone, I believe, is roughly about 5 or 6 acres alone. It's literally a little over 2 football fields. The Honda Red Riders track was probably 3 or 4 acres. And then, of course, we're looking at the drag racing and all that, plus the camping, probably another 5, probably take up close to 20 acres in total for the entire deal. So,
exactly.
You got a beer garden that's 2 football fields big. It's it takes a lot of bodies, a lot of security, a lot of volunteers, and it's a challenge.
You look at the show and shine. The show and shine,
yeah.
they brought it into the beer gardens, and I bet you it took me a good 6 minutes or more to walk to film all of those vehicles.
Yeah, no, it was quite the deal having all those cars lined up in the middle of the beer gardens. I mean, it gives the people a few more things to do in addition to the motocross, the beer gardens, the bands, the drag racing. I mean, there's a lot happening. And that's one of the things that, as far as elevating things with the event, we've had some big ideas that we've been bouncing off one another for the upcoming season. For this will be our 10th year coming up here next year for 2020, and. We've got to get some clearance on a few items that we're looking at, so we can't announce them quite yet. But 2020 is going to be an absolute bang for our 10th anniversary of this event if we can pull this stuff off.
Well, we're looking forward to the opportunity to let the public know when that's going to happen, and blast that out around Alberta for you. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this year brings, because the 10th anniversary is going to be a pretty special one. I don't know, Adrian, I think I just know you well enough now. It's going to be pretty damn significant.
So here we are months, ahead of the actual event. And, we've got to really get on and push for sponsorship and support to pull this on. Because, again, it is a rather expensive event to pull off. And, with the exposure we've gotten from the last couple of years with this move to the airport, we're also looking to expand our own Oilmens team to bring some more ideas and twists and obviously help out with organizations. So one of the big things we're hoping to do is do some kind of membership drive. We're always looking for more volunteers. So if anyone has any interest, please reach out to us on Facebook or on our website at aoaalberta.com.
Sounds wonderful. Airdrie Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway is going to be happening when in 2020?
Be July 24th to 26th. Be the weekend before the August long weekend. Last thing, that I may have failed to mention, is the proceeds that go from this event go to local charity in Airdrie, which includes the North Rocky View Community Links, the Airdrie Food Bank, and the Airdrie and District Victims Assistance Society. And our main goal of putting on the events as Airdrie Oilmens is to contribute funds to those three charities specifically in our city. Many of them, including the Food Bank and Victims Assistance, get little to no federal funding. So for them to perform the duties and services that they provide in our city, they're working with limited funds. So we want to do everything we can to help those groups succeed and obviously ultimately help out the citizens of our town.
Exactly. And also keep Airdrie on the map as an entertaining place to be.
Yes, for sure.
Right on. Well, I can't wait for 2020 and the 10th anniversary of the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway. And thank you very much, Adrian, for your time today.
Thank you very much, Renee. It was great to talk to you as always.
Harford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community from the 2018 riding season. Located between North Battleford and Prince Albert and not far from Saskatoon, it's the perfect day ride destination. With welcoming folks and great small businesses, Harford has everything you could need while out for a motorcycle ride. Harford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community, 2018. Where commerce and community meet. The staff at Community Futures, Grand Prairie and Region love helping entrepreneurs, young and old, succeed in their goals. What can we do to help you reach yours? That's our time for this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed the Airdrie Oilmens Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway. Always a great event, lots to see and do. Hopefully next year we'll see you there.